that as well. And that will be the thing we use to take damage from the enemy, well, to detect. So int my collision hitbox equals 6. That's fine. And then what we do here is we go, when we load the main character, we're also going to load this. I could have done this at the start, but I didn't want to confuse anyone. So db make object box. And we also got to load the soldier sounds, which we will do in a second. So db make object box my collision hitbox 30 and 150 in height and 30 in depth. So that's that done. And then we're going to set that object up. SE setup object. And then we want to set them up to well, we want to set up the my collision hitbox and 1 and 2 because it's a box. And then we want to hide that because we don't see that box. Hide object and my collision hitbox. And that's that. So our box is done. So what we're going to do here as well is we're going to load our sounds. The sounds that we're going to have to declare a few things, but we're going to load our sounds. So let's do a few more variables for the main character. So int. Oh, never mind. Okay, so just had to delete some more files because my hard drive is taken up, almost taken 500 gigabytes from this video so far. Anyways, so int, we're going to go character grown 1 equals 3. So that's that. We're going to set that there. Set it there, and then we go 4, 5, 6, and then finally 7. And do 7 on that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we do the final one, which is the character death scream. Now this will be when he dies. He does some like little scream or whatever. And then we do int grown to play equals well, it doesn't equal anything yet, it doesn't really matter, but this decides which one of these groans are played. So basically db load object load sound, load sound. So you want to go db load sound from sounds folder, sounds, soldier sounds, so then we have grown 1 dot wave. This is our first sound, which is character grown, and then we have this a bunch of times. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We only have 5 grounds, beautiful stuff. But the last one we use for character death scream. Death. We'll call this death 1. Okay, because in case we want to add a few more in the future, probably not though. 1 death sound is usually enough, I think. So I've got that done, and basically we have the enemy. Just finding out if this has been declared or not. Otherwise, I've got to have to declare it. Yeah, so it's a boolean, and I hadn't declared it yet, so it'll come around here somewhere. So bool taking damage equals false. So this defines when the player does take damage, we'll make sure he doesn't take damage more than once at a time. So character grown 1, multiple initialization. Oh damn it, my bad. 4, 5, yep. Hope you didn't copy me on that because that was a pretty stupid thing for me to do. Forgot to close the thingy here. Grown chosen is also undeclared identifier, and we're gonna have to declare it here. Yep. This defines whether you've chosen the sound for him to make or not. So bool grown chosen equals false. I'm just gonna do that, and then I think there's a few more. I've been hit timer. That is for the main player, and we're gonna call it up there along with grown chosen. Int I've been hit timer equals db timer. So once you hit, use this to be safe for a few milliseconds. So here now, yeah, that usual mistake I always commit there. And then if else if equals 1, nothing wrong with that. So syntax error missing. Just gonna find that again. No conversion from int to int. Oh, my bad. My bad. Enemy holder. I think that's wrong. That should be an I, I think. Yeah, I5. Bit of a mistake there. And movement animation EN, capital N there, and that's our function. Beautiful stuff. So here we have a function, and we should have some animations coming up now. Okay. So here we go. There we go. As you can see here, I'm not gonna go too close to don't him attacking me. Oh, there we go. This one's in for blood. As you can see, he's catching up to me. He catches me. And I don't think he'll do anything, because there's the animation there, but yeah, trying to see if why they're attacking. Don't know if I made a mistake, or is it because I haven't got any hitboxes yet. So yeah, what we do here is my health. So yeah, my health's been declared, and it should be coming down. So let's just display my health in the info stats. So just put that there. So my health will be about here, remaining health. So got that there. That's fine. Just put it here. So char. Just copy this again. There's no reason why you shouldn't do that, because the way this is done is a bit silly, really. Remaining health, and then you go remaining health. You want to put that there, there again, and what you want to do is put my health there, and it's a variable. You want to say remaining health. Put that there. Do that, and that should be enough. Remaining health. Yep, that seems fine to me. Now just go 100. And 250, so that seems fair to me. Basically, they kill me within a millisecond, which means that taking damage isn't working yet. Okay, so let's just find that minus equals. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I don't know what I did there, but basically, yeah, I'm an idiot. I made a big mistake here. I don't know what I did, but I'm going to try this again. Unit attacking equals false. Yeah, I'm going to try this again quickly. So hit cubes is something I got to do. So let's just find the bit. Yeah, here we go. This is what we forgot to do. Well, I didn't forget, but I kind of wanted to leave it a little bit later. So basically, you go here, you go, and this is from update enemies. So the position object, you got to reposition the cube along with the enemy. So enemy, otherwise hit cube, I, db limb, position, x, enemy holder, I, 0. Is it 7? No, it's 0. And you want to choose limb 7 that you want to position that in. Okay, so that's that bit done. This is the one you want to position, and then you want to say db limb position x, and then you want to go db limb position y, and you want to go db limb position z. Okay, and that's great stuff, and that should be it. And then when you do db rotate object, you want to do it to enemy hit cube, and you go I, and basically db limb direction x, and you go that, and you go enemy holder I, 0. That's the enemy we want to position it in, and you just do that one and that one. And you close that and that. So what you want to do here as well is you want to do comma and 7 and close that, and then comma and 7 again, because that's the limb that we're doing. So I found out these limbs earlier on, and basically I had to go through each one of them to see which one's which, and so on. So that should be it there. And then last thing we've got to do, which is what I was talking about, is SC update object enemy hit cube I. Now I don't know if that made the difference that we were talking about, but I hope so. Let's just see if I've got an error 2 here, but oh nice. Win. So we're just gonna go to the enemy, see if any enemy comes after us. Go away, enemy. Alright, he keeps doing this. This is a problem. Now if I'm near him, I'm sure he'll hit me. So the next thing we're doing is we're going to do a function called handle damage, and this is going to be the function that allows us to deal damage properly to the players, and if they're dead, to get rid of them. So this is mainly for this first one is mainly for the main player. So we'll see about that. So what we can do now, handle damage. Do that there, handle damage, okay, and then we do it here. So we'll go void handle damage. So this one takes care of just the main player. So if he gets hit, do a lot of things related to it, get rid of him, whatever. So if taking damage equals true, which it might do, and also if my health should probably put that above, but it doesn't really matter, greater than 0. So you don't want him, you know, check if he's taking damage if his health is bloody below 0, well above 0. So if he's taking damage and his health is below 0, then you want to kill him. So but as long as, so grown to play equals db run, and then you got 4 between 4 plus 3. Okay, and then ground chosen equals true. So that means the sound's been chosen. Now if db sound exists, we're going to check if that sound exists. I mean, that might exist, but you don't be forcing an error because you didn't do a check. Ground to play. So choose a random sound from the list we created, and then you go db play sound. Damn it, keep doing that. Ground to play. Okay. Ground to play. Ground should be a small g there. Okay, so ground to play. So this will play one of the 5 pain sounds that we set out at the top. So else if, so db sound playing, ground to play. So this is asking if the sound is no longer playing, then what do we do? And taking damage equals true, then we're going to set taking damage as false. If db timer minus I've been hit timer. So once a whole second has passed from when he's been hit, then he's no longer taking damage. That means he's allowed to take damage again from the enemy. Okay, so taking damage equals false. So from here, from now on, he should be able to. Let's go handle damage. Oh, hang on, I did something wrong here. Ground chosen. Yeah, I made a small mistake here, guys. Let me just fix this. So if grown chosen equals false. So if something I forgot to do here, chosen equals false. So if grown hasn't been chosen, then do this. But basically, this is where I got my else if wrong, because this has nothing to do with So if grown chosen equals false, now then you do else if if the first condition isn't true, then because isn't false, sorry, and then you do that. The next thing you do here is you go, if the health of the player is less than 0, which means he's dead, and this is what we do here. So if db sound playing character death scream equals 0, that means if he hasn't died yet and made that death scream, and game over, this is something we're going to have to declare at the top in a second, equals false. Okay, that's that. So what we do here is say game over equals true, because it is. The game's just ended and stuff. Gave over. Oh, what an idiot. And then you got db play sound, the death scream, character death scream, and then you got end of game timer equals db timer, and you rotate db rotate. Actually, no, that's not necessary. And then you go So you say if db sound playing. It's just a series of ifs sound playing to make sure the character sound doesn't keep going. Actually, this is really unnecessary. We won't do that. Just wasting lines. And that's that pretty much then. And then you say if db timer minus end of game timer is greater than 3000 and game over. Now this equals true. So we'll set game over as false, and we'll give a wait of 3 seconds before telling the player that the game's over. So int y, we've done this above, so equals db screen height divided by 2, and then you got int, it's going to be pretty much similar, int x db screen width, divide that by 2 also, and then you say db text x, and then you go y minus 50, because that's not a bad position to put it in because it's right next to the crosshair, and this is the text we want to say, game over, and that's that. And we'll position the text right in the middle, tell the player that he played a bit bad and he got himself killed, and then you say if sound db sound, actually then you just hide the weapon. So if necessary, actually db hide object, you want to hide the weapon because we're sending the player into no clip mode. Actually, are we? Yeah, we are. db hide object main weapon. So yeah, you want to hide the weapon because he's died. Why would you want to see the weapon still? So that's pretty much it. There's a few more things to add actually, so let's have a look at those. Okay, so now I'm going to run this. I found a few errors, so just got to fix them all because I'm going to assume some of you guys have it as well. So game over hasn't been declared like I told you, so we've got to declare it up here at the top. So bool game over equals false. Okay, so we got that done. End of game timer, so we want integer in end of game timer equals db timer. This is so we can use it at the end in case we want to do any things to the game. So, and then this is a typo here, db screen width, width like that. I think that should be it. Yeah, end of game. Oh, that was a typo there as well. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, so we should be taking damage now, I think. I'm not sure I forgot to update the my collision hitbox, because if I did, we can't take damage. There we go, that's the sound, which is playing when it shouldn't have. There we go, so we have one after us. There we go. So he's not actually hitting me, so that's a problem there. So let's find out where my collision hitbox is. My collision. So we'll do that at the handle damage, why not? So let's find handle damage function. We'll go there, and we'll just put it up here. It doesn't matter because this just need it to be in the loop. Position object. We got to position the collision hitbox right where the player is. Okay, collision hitbox. DB object position X character. We're going to put it exactly where the character is. Okay, so then just copy that. And then we got Z here and Y here. Okay, and then we're going to update the object because it's a collision object. So SC update object, and we're going to update my collision hitbox. Hitbox. Let's try it again, see if it does anything different. Hopefully it should. Okay, so something we forgot to do is update the enemy's hitbox, which is what we're going to use to check if the bullets hit it. So we're going to put this in update enemies. Update enemies. There we go. So we're going to put it right here, right? And this is going to be used to. So FPS the object enemy hit cube my collision hitbox equals 1. Okay guys, problem found. Right here we have we checked the collision and we should have this equaling 1 here, not on the inside. There's me being an idiot as usual, making stupid mistakes. And then you go and taking damage. The remove object. Oh damn it guys. I don't know if you copied me here, but it's move object here. I don't know how I could make such a stupid mistake. Move object. Yeah, so you move that object. For some reason it's moving the camera. Okay, so do that. Move object and then. Okay, so let's try that out. See if the camera, the object is not updating. Still got the initial sound going. Don't know why, but I'll fix that soon. Here we go. There's the camera to detect if I'm here. So if I do touch that, as in walk in front of the player, this might seem a bit slow because it's only running at 30 frames. But when you're doing this at 60, you can't really avoid it. So here we go, he touched me, there we go, he comes after me, and that's the whole theory behind it. And all enemies will do that. Obviously they'll be hidden so they don't cause much of an impact on it. But now I've got to stop the enemy from doing that. Okay guys, I'm considering killing myself because of my stupidity. I just noticed another error here. I don't know if you copied this as well, but basically you put this inside there. I keep making these mistakes. Noob stuff, but basically that should be good now, and we should have the enemy stopping the attack right at the start. Let's see that. So hopefully now you'll stop attacking us and you'll come after us again. See if that works. All it takes is one small typo and you have this problem. I move back. There we go. He's coming after us again. Go away, enemy. He's hit me again. No, he's seems to be a bit slow rotating though. Here we go. They're not happy. They want to kill me. Anyways, so I've got to check if the health hasn't been set. I don't think. So no, I haven't set a way of them taking damage. So this code now. This next bit we're going to do is we're going to go to update bullets, and this is where we're going to damage them, right here. This is where we're going to take the health down when we shoot them. So basically, okay, so first thing we're going to do here, so we're updating the bullets, we're moving the bullets, and that's fine. And now all we need to do is add the enemy code to check through every enemy to make sure the bullet doesn't hit them, or it does, and if it does we take the health down. So basically, so if character shot, so if DV timer, that's been done, and then you go foreign, and then you go if enemy, just get rid of that. So if enemy holder J 0, so we check if the enemy equals character shot that we set up there. So because if it's you know, if it collides with anything else, then you don't want to pay attention to it, like a wall or the map or whatever. And enemy, I'm just going to do that, enemy holder, I recommend you do that as well, because you're going to have to type that a lot, equals 0. So we're saying if the enemy is alive and he is the character that's been shot, we do stuff to him. So equals 3, equals 1. So this will be 3 here, because we're saying to the animations part of the game that the enemy has been shot, so we're going to make him take the impact kind of thing. So then we go bullets I 2 equals 0. Now we end the bullet's lifetime as well, so because it's hit something, it's gone into the enemy. Okay, so then we go if enemy holder J1 is smaller or equal to 0. Okay, so if enemy's health is smaller or equal to 0, when we actually we got to do damage first. Ignore that for now. So we got to do the damage first. So so we define him as he's been shot, and then we got to take his health down, or their health down, whatever. So you go enemy holder J1, because that's their health, minus equals. I put 38 on mine because I think that's a fair number. And that's about it, I think. So you set them as dead, not dead, sorry, you set them as taking a bullet, and then you say the bullet is dead, and then you say you get the health to go down by 38, or whatever you like. You can put maybe, if you like, you can go plus dB random, and then you choose, I don't know, 10, so it can go from anywhere between 38 and 48. So that's up to you, but I'm okay with this for now. And then you go if enemy holder J1 is smaller or equal to 0. So what we're going to do, we want to say, so if their health is smaller or equal to 0, then we want to say the enemy's died. So we want to do everything here to just declare them dead and get rid of them. So equals 5. So we can use their slot in the array later on as well. So db position sound. This is the sound of the enemy dying. So I don't know if we loaded that yet, but we will in a second if we haven't. Enemy death sound. Okay. Sound. And you go db object position x enemy holder J0, and then you go close that, and then just copy that over a few times. So just gonna get rid of that. So we want to position the death sound at the enemy, so that it comes out through the enemy, and then that should be a Z, and that's a Y. So and then you go db play sound, and we want to play the sound enemy death sound. Okay, that's the sound of the enemy dying. And then we say this is where we gotta load our ammo as well in. So int random, we'll go give random drop equals db rand. So what we're doing is we're giving a 50-50 chance of the enemy dropping a magazine, an ammo magazine. And the reason why I did this, I used to have a third on it before, but sometimes you go without getting ammo for ages, and that's bad because then you run out of ammo. Equals 0. So if it equals 0, then you give them ammo, and then if it doesn't equal, so if it equals 0, we'll give them ammo, and then if it equals 1, we don't give them anything. So bool free drop found. So because we only have 5 ammo slots, we'll only have at all times 5 ammo magazines on the game. So if the player has 5 abouts and he doesn't pick them up, then no more will spawn ammo drop. Mainly because it's not really necessary. So a player that's interested in ammo, you'll go pick it up. So now here we look for a free random drop, ammo drop, and this is what we're going to use to find out if our ammo's available. Smaller max ammo pickups. Now this you can define at the top, which you will define as well. And free drop found equals true. Equals false. Sorry. Equals false. So while it hasn't found the the free ammo, just keep going through them and looking for them. So random ammo drop plus plus, and then you go if ammo drop state. Now ammo drops are going to have states. This is a small array we're going to use. So random ammo, and we're going to call the state 0 if the ammo is not being used, and 1 if the ammo is in use. So if it's 1, we ignore this and keep the while loop going. Free drop found. So if it's 1, we keep looking. If it's 0, we found 1, so we don't need to keep looking. So equals true. So that's that. That's a while loop done. And then we've got if free drop found equals true. So once we found one, we got to declare the ammo. So just going to use that. We've got to declare the ammo as being used. So equals 1. So that we don't put another, we don't move that ammo whilst it's still alive. The position object ammo drops, that'll be an S. Ammo drops. And position that at the place enemy's position where he died. So DB position object, object position X, and that'll be enemy holder. That'll be J, and that'll be 0. And then you do that again for the other two. You go Y here, okay. So you want to position him exactly where the enemy was. Yep, that's about it. And then you show that ammo drop, so db show object. And then we're going to have a function in a second, once we declare these variables, to check the distance between the player and the ammo drops at all times, to find out if he can pick them up or not. So if he's close enough, we'll let him pick it up. So we want to show that object as well, okay? Now, so here, what we say here as well, we say if the enemy is less than 0, if the health is less than 0, we kill him. But if it's not, so yeah, if the enemy wasn't killed by the attack, we force him to chase after the player, so he can have another, so he can set himself up for another attack. So J and then 4 equals 2. So we change him into chasing mode, and then say Ian, how long? Chasing J equals DB timer. So you give him another 7 seconds to find to get near the player. If he doesn't, and then your enemy not found equals false. So as soon as it found the enemy that we're looking for, we say enemy not found equals false, so it breaks off the loop, because we don't want it looking for every single enemy if we've got 1,000 of them and it finds the 4th enemy. So just getting off the loop for that one. So then all we have to do is, I've got that bit, I just gotta do another else if, saying that once the bullet's health goes, so just gonna check that, so DB timer. So this basically says if it's within the bullet's health lifetime, then we keep moving. Now else, we do go else if DB timer minus bullets, and we go I here, and then we go 3 is greater than equal, greater or equal than bullets. That will be I4. So we're saying if the bullet exceeds its lifetime, then we get rid of it. DB hide object bullets, because it can maybe exceed its lifetime, but if you're using a big enough map, it's just going to stay in the air once it's no longer updating, so you don't want that. So yeah, we had the bullet, okay, and that's that. So for our damage, now we should have our damage collision working. We should be able to kill the enemies now, but we won't do that yet because we're going to have to define a load of variables. Max ammo pickups hasn't been declared, is that it? Oh, so we got random ammo drop done. So we just got to go on max ammo pickups. And we're going to declare that as 5. That's what I did on mine. That's up to you though. Ammo drop state. For some reason it's not giving me an error for the other ones, but I'm sure it will, because they haven't been declared. Yeah, they haven't been declared, but for some reason it wasn't giving me errors for it. Okay, so I'm just gonna declare this one and then declare the others as well. So these are for the ammo related ones. Ammo. So max ammo pickups equals 5. We've got a call int before it, obviously. Int max ammo pickups, and I'm just going to declare these as well so we don't get any errors in a second. Ammo drops 5. Actually, I think we're better off defining this at the top, because that way we can say what we want here. Define max ammo pickups as 5. Okay, and we'll do that, and then we go just copy this here. So we go like that. Max ammo pickups, just declare that, and then we say int ammo drops. Actually, we've done that. Never mind. This will be ammo drop state. So drop state, and that'll be put that there, and just go max ammo pickups again. So if you do decide to change how many how much ammo you put in the field, so if somehow you end up doing this multiplayer game like 2 people, which I'm sure will be very difficult, then maybe you could do that. Up to you, or you have some bots who are helping you out and so on. So, and then you're gonna go bool ammo picked up, and this is what we're gonna use for when we check the distance equals false. So when we check the distance between the ammo stashes and the player. So we've done that. And there we go. These are the errors I was looking for. So ammo drop state. So probably should change that there like that. Ammo drop state. So yeah, there we go. Random ammo drop undeclared. So random ammo drop should have been declared at the bottom, and that's not a problem. And DB bullets is obviously a typo. What an idiot. Basically, random ammo drop should have been declared up here. Oh, there we go. That was a typo there. So put that there. That's the beauty of copy and paste, guys. That's what it is. So as you can see on this one now, we should be able to shoot the enemies and they'll hopefully die. So we'll see how that goes. I still got to get rid of that sound. That is so annoying. Nope, they're not dying. That is not good at all. Let's see if I can get them to chase me. Yep, another stupid mistake of the week, as usual. And what I did here is I forgot to put X, Y, and Z, and that's that. And now that should be fine. Just gotta go check it quickly. Okay, guys. So basically, what you do here is another mistake, obviously, that I made is that I'm just gonna copy the line from my other code and let you see what I did wrong. But basically, that should have been here, enemy holder here. So let's just write enemy holder here. Holder, like 0. I'm not sure where I've got the X from there, but I think the X is because we want to keep the height of the yeah, okay, so just make sure you have the last 2 as enemy holder, by the way, because we want it to be facing where the enemy's facing, okay? Here we go. Now it's working fine, beautiful. So the enemy hitboxes, we're going to check that out now. So this will be if character shot is greater than 0, it is. So if someone's been shot, then you do that. Change that to character shot, please. Okay, so you go foreign I J++. Guys, just quick update here. The reason why we hear the sound at the start is because me being the that I am, I put only 1 equals there. So that's the fix to that. So we've just fixed obviously the sound problem. What we're going to do now is going to load the ammo up. So for when the enemy dies, because currently making sure the enemy is dying with collisions and stuff. So just got to load his ammo.
so to make sure we don't have errors on that part. So we're going to load this on the load enemy hit cubes function. So that will be press cell here. There we go. So we're going to put it right here, right where I said earlier that we were going to load the ammo at. So basically, this is going to be fairly similar to that one. So int ammo drop to clone equals find free object. That's that function that lets us find an object that hasn't been used yet, in case you don't remember. And then you go db load object weapons / m4 ammo dot dbo. Right, that's done there. And then you call that ammo drop to clone. And we run that. We're going to run that one time there. And then your db scale object. So we're scaling the ammo here. Ammo drop to clone, and we scale that like that, and then 300, and then 120. Okay, now we need a for loop, so I'm just going to copy the one down here. So we need a for loop that goes through to max ammo pickups. Okay, so so int j, now whatever you set max ammo pickups as, obviously it'll reach that to make sure it only goes up to that maximum amount of ammo at one time, obviously. And then your db clone object, and what we're doing is we're cloning the object ammo drop to clone into j, so j will equal ammo drop to clone, and then we say ammo drops I equals j. So we're storing the ammo on the object. So we're storing the ammo on the array, and then we want to hide the object. We want to hide the ammo. We don't want to show it until it's necessary. So there's our ammo. Just gonna check if we've got any errors there, and we got clone object. Yep, don't know why I wrote object there twice. My bad. So yeah, we're calling the object. There we go. Let's check it out. Still got to check if the enemy collision's working perfectly, but here we go. We haven't got sound any longer. As you can see here, there's the enemy bar that checks to see if we're in front of them. Still haven't got the collision working perfectly. Got to find out what's wrong with that. But so another mistake found here. You do equals 0 because for some reason I put 2 there as well. Okay, guys. So as I just found out, just closing my door. So I just found out basically the bullets are traveling, the actual bullet, not the graphic bullet, because that's traveling in the right direction. So the actual the bullet that checks for collision is firing to the left of the player. That's why I wasn't getting collisions with the enemies. So just gonna fix that now quickly. So position bullet counter. Healthy. So DV rotate object bullet, DV object angle. Yeah, see, this is where I went wrong. You see, I forgot. This is what you get for being an idiot that copy and pastes all the time and doesn't do it properly. That's what you get. So we're going to try this again now. Hopefully bullets will travel in the right direction and it will annoy the enemy to come after us. Just hope that's what happens. Yeah, perfect. There you go. The bullet's fine now. The bullet's traveling a little bit higher just because of the print here, as you can see in the left corner. Normally it would just go right in the center. And there we go. We annoyed the enemies coming after us now. Wow, why isn't he running? Oh, it's because I did something. Okay. Okay, so for when the enemy gets shot, this is something we missed out earlier. So when the enemy gets shot, do that to make sure he does display the impact of the shot, like when moves slightly back, which is part of his animation. So we go like this here. We go movement, movement, animation, en. Okay, en. Open that. And then 50, 60. Now this is the number of animations. So it's initial animation is 50, second animation is 60, and then we've got 34, which is the milliseconds between each frame that we display, and then we have I, which is the element within the array that we want to move frames on. So, and then you say if current animation en I equals 60. So once it reaches this 60th animation, what we do is we we say enemy holder I 3 equals 0. So we're saying the enemy is no longer being shot. So he's been shot, he's taken the damage, he's done the animation, and now he's no longer being shot. So let him chase the player wherever he's been decided to do. Yep, I think that's it. Yeah, so let's try this. And now once we shoot the enemy, he should do the impact animation hopefully, and then come after us again. So let's just try that. See, as you can see, he does the impact. So I'm only hitting 20 frames. So you see, I killed him. And there we go. We've got our ammo. Now this doesn't mean anything yet because I haven't put the code in which we check the distance between the ammo and the player, and then allow the player to pick the ammo up. As you can see, you can kill him quite nicely. See if he can attack me. I hit him once. He's annoyed. He comes here and hits me. That's kind of a miss. There we go. He hit me that time. There he's not happy. He's coming after me now. I don't wanna. So remember, it's his arm that has to hit you. If it doesn't, see, that was a miss. So yeah, so if his arm doesn't hit you, it's because well, the collision box didn't detect the arm hitting your my collision box. So basically, we're kind of safe. So for someone who's going to know how to play this, they're going to try and move to the left more than to the right because he attacks with his left arm. But that doesn't really matter because in the long term you'd have a lot of enemies, each of them causing your own problems. So and you can also tweak the way the enemies attack you. So, but that's not what we're trying to do yet. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do the thing where we update the distance between the player and the ammo on the floor, and we keep checking that. And I think we're nearly done now. So we're just doing some final things, and then we should be done. So basically, we're going to do a function called ammo pickup now. Okay. So the function we're going to do is called ammo pickup, and basically this is going to check the distance between our main player and the weapons and the ammo. Sorry. And alright, so here we go. So we're going to do ammo pickup, and then it sees if the player is close enough to the ammo, then he picks up the ammo. Alright, so void ammo pickup, and we do that. And let's have a look at this. So basically what we do is we check. So we go 4 equals 0 smaller than max ammo pickups, then I++. Okay, just checking if all mics on, don't wanna accidentally leave it off for the whole thing. So, and then we go if ammo drop state, ammo drops state I, just gonna leave it like that, I equals 1. So if it equals 1 means it's been put out, it's been spawned basically, and db object exist. So this is just a safety here, make sure the object exists, because if it does, then we're able to check the distance between them. Don't want to be causing any errors when checking the object's position. So, and then just do another one here, and db object exists. Okay, so and then we want to go float ammo distance. Now this is similar to what we did when checking the distance between the enemy and the player, and what we're going to do is going to call the same function, distance between 2 points. And this is once again a fairly big function, so let's go db object position x, and then we go ammo drops I, okay, like that, and then we go and send x not zy, we want to send in now db object position, and then we do that with y this time. Okay, and then we do that with z. And now for the next bit, now we're going to go x2, which will be the distance, the position of the player. Where is the player on the map? So we go db object position x, but we go character instead. Character, okay. Character and character again. Now, do not forget to put these in XYZ, because you do that, you're gonna have some problems later on which you don't have a clue what's going on, which is what I had, like an idiot. So then you go if ammo distance. Okay, so if the distance is smaller than 100, which is 100 is a fairly alright number, because that's when he's really just about to be on top of the ammo. So you can put a bit less, a bit more if you like, but you don't want to put it too high because it'll be a bit unrealistic. So then you say if ammo basically is smaller than 100 the distance, then you know that he's just on it and you allow him to pick it up. So ammo drop state I equals 0, which is saying the ammo is no longer available for pickup, otherwise you'd get it a lot of times, because that's what happened initially. You'd get a few thousand rounds. And then you db hide the object, because you no longer want the ammo to be displayed, so you hide that. And then you say remaining ammo, which is your ammo stash, plus equals, and then you go db random, which is db round, and you go 15, and I did plus 15 because you want a fairly high number like this, unless you've got any other way of supplying the players with ammo, otherwise they're going to run out of ammo and they can't kill any more enemies. And then you say information timer equals db timer. So what this does, this last bit, we're going to use this to tell the player he's picked up ammo, like you saw in the demo that I showed you in the beginning. Ammo picked up equals true, so he's picked up ammo. Okay, so ammo picked up equals true. Make sure we got all this right. I'm sure we'll have an error or two, probably a typo, but it doesn't really matter. So basically what we do here now, we're going to use these last two variables. I don't think I've declared them yet, but we're going to use these last two to display that the user's picked up ammo. So basically let's go to info display, and we go to the end here, no reason why it should be above that, and we go if db timer minus information timer, which is the one variable that we just reset, smaller than 2000. So for 2 seconds we're going to tell the player you've basically you got ammo, so picked up, because otherwise they'd pick it up and they'd not realize it, and maybe most people would pick up on it, but I prefer getting told that I just picked ammo up. And then you go db text. I mean, if you do decide to use this, db text, what did I do wrong? Yeah, there you go. So you can also, like later on or whatever, if you decide, you can put a sprite in there, like a cool logo saying picked up ammo or whatever. You can do whatever you like, really. As long as you have got this bit, you can just go db sprite and put something there up, which should be quite good. So picked up ammo is all we're going to put in, and then we go close that, db text, and we're doing y-200 so it's not on top of the crosshair, so it's a little bit to the other side. So then you go else if db timer minus information timer is greater than 2000, then you're saying ammo picked up equals false. Picked up. I'm sure there's an easier way of doing this, but I was kind of rushing this last bit. So ammo picked up equals false. Okay, so if db time. So let's just see if we got any errors. Yep, we do, because we didn't declare these. Here we forgot to, well, we put an extra one where we shouldn't have. So here in this case, I don't think I said it, but the ammo will always range between 15 rounds and 30 rounds. So it'll always be in between that. So syntax error, I've fixed that. So we got to declare information timer. Okay, we'll call that at the top now. Just declare it. So go int information timer equals db timer. Okay, and that's that. And we're gonna try and run this and see how that goes. Okay, so let's just see if we can pick up with the ammo now. It should allow us, hopefully. Just trying to see if someone will drop some ammo. Yeah,
This is not good. I'm gonna have to. So here's our ammo. Just gonna go and pick it up. And here we go. We got the ammo. Extra rounds given to us. Good stuff. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna quit this now because well, I don't want to get this many low frames per second because it's just boring as hell. So now I'm just going to think quickly what we got left to do. I think we are pretty much done. So final thing we're going to do is something I did on my other one. This isn't a must because we are pretty much done, I think. I think we finished everything. And so the last thing we're going to do is go to the... we're just going to go here to the main. And I'm going to say, basically... we want to say update camera. We've got this. This is why we put it at the top. So we say if game over equals false, because we only want to run these if game over equals false, basically. Okay, so just close that there, and that's that. Basically, if game over equals false, do that. But update the camera. We always want to update that because once the player dies, we want to let them move anyway, like as in no clip. And I think that we are done. Okay, so basically, here we are. This is our last part. We are done. If you made it this far and you got this done, congratulations. Because well, I don't know if I could listen to myself for this long. But basically, I think this is it. We've done everything pretty much that I showed you on the demo version of this. Now you can build up on it if you like. Up to you, obviously. But you've got a nice, well, this is nice so far to build up on. That's mainly the point of this. So just gonna check that everything's working okay, so we can kill enemies. So here we go. He's annoyed at me. I shoot him. He can hit me. There we go. We can pick up ammo. So here we go. Just picked up some ammo. Can sprint. Get away from these guys. Just gonna move around, and I think that this is pretty much it. So thanks for watching, guys, and if you got any improvements, let me know, and maybe I'll change it to the final code. If you're just watching this video by itself, I've got the well, get the download version of the full code if you like. I'll put it in the description. So try that out by yourself. And thanks for watching. See ya. So yeah, also just wanted to say that if you do decide to get the download version without doing the tutorial, there should be, or if you've done the tutorial, on the download version it's fully commented. Pretty much almost every line's been commented on. So if you didn't understand what you did, then try and go back through that, and it should explain quite well what we've done so far. So hopefully that will help you out. So yeah, once again, thanks guys, and see ya.